No sé para mañana, todavía no got to go harder. Israelita no dominicana, todos los días sigue la ley. Every day we singing Yahweh. Just one day in my prayer. Siempre, my prayer. Meditame, my prayer. Siempre, my prayer. Meditame. Christ to the king said we push him, push it. Whoosh. Four corners cry loud. Done a lot stop burn up the beat like the burning bush. Prophets about can't talk about kush. Spiritual bangers man coming like mush. Like cat more burn up the thing like Dubai. Scripture back and wide like panda. Verb like I'm like Mufasa. Headlock in the script like Jama. You never got that bad like after the ducking somebody lost it. This is the work of the bro. If it's when I know when you expect it. Just trust me when the calls in more script. Like when you want bang man box it. Israel on the rise, no stopping. With the creme to the creme, you're the creme to the dead. Spiritually lift us quest. This is the prophecy, this ain't monopoly. No could have been woulda. Christ is the king, but listen to him. Gonna need more than Jim. Spiritual warfare, spiritual salsa, spiritual warfare. Trust in the Lord, spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual warfare. No sé para mañana, todavía no got to go harder. Israelita no dominicana, todos los días sigue la ley. Every day we singing Yahweh. Just one day in my prayer. Siempre, my prayer. Meditame, my prayer. Siempre, my prayer. Meditame. The book mark of my life. For this truth I'll slip and slime. Cap more, let's go, let's ride. Prophets all up in my line. I sown that seed, spiritual. John 6:3, spiritual. Cut down sin umbilical. Cut down sin umbilical. We ain't got time for beefing over corners. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jump on the bandwagon or get left, fam. Yeah? My prayer. My prayer. Todos los días sigue la ley. Todos los días sigue la ley. My prayer. You know what I'm saying? It's a rap, man. Dana loose! Crying loud, you feel me? With that, we say shalom.
Look into my eyes, tell me what you see. I will be fulfilling every prophecy. Esau gotta pay for his atrocities, murdering and killing all the kings of my families. God got my back, ain't no stopping me. We the judges of the earth, you a wannabe. Repented of my sins, now it's God in me. They gon' see the beams in my eyes, no hypocrisy. For all these damn years, I was your slave. You don't get no credit, but you gotta pay. Wanna bump your lips? I'ma cut them out. I'll put them in your hands, I make you watch your mouth. This is what you get for disintegrate. When disintegrate with your head, you disintegrate. Wicked Babylon, make disintegrate. Christ invaded V4, miss a piece of cake.
Piece of cake need a taste of vengeance is sweet. You gon' be bitter and trying to be friends for peace. After I served you when you told me how to cook your meat. Next is a mouthful of blood from the raw beef. Castrate him, do him the same thing he did to me. I'm making you knock like when you lose your keys. What's your name, boy? Oh, you ain't trying to speak? Rip my rudder eye and then waste it away. See, the sight he saw reminds him where he used to be. A carcass mountain made from his family tree. He trying to make me fall in sin with all that smooth talk. The only time I backslide is when I moonwalk. In the kingdom, no escaping if you break the law. I'm hitting up the 5th rib, no Isaiah 4. You sodomite kids, you trying to explain the queer? Not even transparent's gon' make it clear.
Me a go call me plantation damnation, cause I straight pay back on this damnation. Musa declare the end from creation. In a the God of vision, me put me salvation.
I had dreams of pushing the Maybach. Big money, Cuban links and make stacks. I'm finding out my history from slavery and way back. So it's only right I give you the whips and chains back. No bail for a fugitive, word is bond. It's 2020, so it's clear to see the vagabond. Who's the real Jews? It's a face-off. Iconoclasm, take his face off.
I ain't talking clothing line, but this right here, the true religion. Came from the chosen line, my mind is focused on a mission. I ain't never make a dime off the plantation field, but still generating profits in my Levi jeans. You gave me mad labor, I just do it like Nike. Worn out like all Adidas, I got scars from the strike. You gotta pay with your life, I ain't showing no pardon. I'm here to collect debt, and it ain't no bargain.
Me a go call me plantation damnation, cause I straight pay back on this damnation. Most I declare the end from creation. In a the God of vision, me put me salvation. Me and the word from me two-head sword. Fi thinking you stand a chance, you too late gone. Head crop on the floor like a few eggs fall. We are the real Jews, fool you are the bootleg farm. Cause when no time to feed them a go horrify. Them think them come feed, they make them swallow pride. You gonna eat your faces, they keep you alive. Try to kill himself because them food was on the suicide.
It's past 10:30, we in the fourth quarter. When it strike 12, time of your hands is getting shorter. Bruce Wayne can't save the day cause it's a dark night. No turning back the hands of time, I'm putting out your lights. We raising the bars like it's a workout. 5 G's hit the streets to push the work out. YouTube and Viacom trying to shut us out. Via communication, send the hitters out. ADL been getting busy with the tricks. Fake Jews operate the mouth of the dragon. Thought you heard us, but that was a little nick. Many bodies getting hit when I fire this cannon. I leaped in a battle, that was my longest jump. I came to pull cards, I'm ready to dump. I am honored a victory over bodies slumped. Somebody tell Donald that I'm the real Trump.
Me a go call me plantation damnation, cause I straight pay back on this damnation. Most I declare the end from creation. In a the God of vision, me put me salvation.
When you see it at the streets, we don't fear no foe. ADL can't escape the wrath we are poor. SPLC don't like you hear the truth. Fake Jews are gonna get you and they wish for them road.
We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Purple lightning, yeah, they thunder road, clap, clap. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Purple lightning, yeah, they thunder road, clap, clap. Try all the might with the lies and slander. The truth and the fairy tale like Wakanda. You should give the other not 1 second we ponder. That the back sent to have the world when I wonder. Prophesied against them kingdom. We enforce this truth till the black king come. Father Babylon, everything I get fling down. Rain down fire, nuclear, not lead no. One shot off your mouth, we are gonna make you meet a maker. Well, what we are coming, I got dinner undertaker. Purple on your face, we no deal with time waster. 365, we no need time breaker. Christ give the other, we no care who want vex. Spiritual the bullets, we are shot through them vests. No have no escape, we are come for your neck. Size 10 black boot, I got rest in your chest. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Purple lightning, yeah, they thunder road, clap, clap. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Purple lightning, yeah, they thunder road, clap, clap.
Cry aloud, spear and strip, knock them out like a fear shot. Overground, overbird, how do them strays, yeah. Pets on the loose, hey, hold them chain. A redemption for the 12 for you, straight disaster, prepare the slaughter. The hunters me call for, soldiers are strong, never weak, never falter. Powerful, mighty, got the whole armor, the more, so you give me strength, so we have to prosper.
Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Die rather than die soft, they comfort me. 10,000 shall fall at thy right hand. Truth busting at them region, kill legions of demons. Persecute and destroy them in my anger. Esau is the virus, them have to go under.
We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Purple lightning, yeah, they thunder road, clap, clap. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prepare like the idiot on the road, clap, clap.
From Kampala in a Uganda, from Kombolo in a Sri Lanka, from Wellington in a New Zealand, 12 tribe worldwide, so we have to travel with Bible full of shots and a marble. And the scriptures we use, no one a gravel. That peel them off like them a apple. People them a pass by, some of them marvel. Tell them it's a spiritual battle. Now no time for your grace like cattle. Round the neck we are put by the shackles. We are put by the shackles. Them can't pop with cap like bottles. Spiritual uppercuts, watch them a topple. Round them neck we are put by the shackles. We are put by the shackles.
We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Purple lightning, yeah, they on the road, clap, clap. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Prophesied against Babylon till the bombs drop. We ain't gonna stop, yeah, we ain't gonna stop. Purple lightning, yeah, they on the road, clap, clap. We ain't gonna stop, we ain't gonna stop.
Prejudice Kings.
We ain't gonna
So we
stop,
do it
yeah,
thing,
we
huh?
ain't gonna stop.
Up at the top.
We ain't
Now
gonna
we
stop,
jumping in the
yeah,
trouble.
we ain't gonna stop.
Over a note, not a knockout, but a mouth.
We ain't gonna
Log
stop,
out.
yeah, we ain't gonna stop.
So we not take no long talk from the dogs. Cause man are raving in wolves. Chief of his sound the alarm. Sound it. Cause man are raving in. Man are raving. Listen we not take no talk from the dogs. Yeah, man. Cause man are raving in wolves. Chief Wolf of his sound the alarm. Sound it up. Cause man are raving. Man are raving. You fi know man are raving. Man are raving, raving. Raving, man are raving. You fi know man are raving. Man are raving, raving. Raving, man are raving. You fi know man are raving. Man are raving, raving. Man a fire pan dirty Satan. They say wanna take the talk from the dogs. Cause man are raving in wolves. J-Wolf of his sound the alarm. Cause man are raving. Man are raving. You fi know man are raving. Man are raving, raving. Raving, man are raving. You fi know man are raving. Man are raving, raving. Raving, man are raving. Man are raving in. Man are raving in.
Yo, Shalom Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Most High in Christ bless. How you all doing? Big shout out to everybody that's tuning right now online, you know, all over the world, Israel, that's waking up to this truth that you are the children of Israel. Okay, today I'm gonna be going over some today I'm gonna be getting it in, man. You know, as you all see the topic, the name of the topic that I'm gonna be touching on today. I'm going to be going over, there will be no two-state solutions. There will be no two-state solutions. I'm about to go into the scriptures, okay, go into some prophecies and show you all what God say concerning the two-state solution that the world is talking about, that the world, the UN and America and everybody is talking about, that going to stop the war and the violence in the land of Israel, okay? All right, everybody is talking about they want two-state solution. The world, the UN, they are saying that there should be a two-state solutions, but the Israeli government, they say, hell no, we don't want no two-state solutions. The Israelis, they say, hell no, we don't want no two-state solutions. So I'm going to touch on that today. I'm going to go into the scriptures and show you all what God says concerning the two-state solutions, okay? The two-state solution that the world, the UN, and them trying to set up. I'm going to get straight into the topic, okay? All right, so what I want to touch on first, this is what I want to touch on first. Go to Obadiah 1 and 6. I want you brothers and sisters to understand something. Go to Obadiah 1 and 6 and read that for me.
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
So the Bible says, how is the things of Esau searched out, and how is his hidden things sought up? Now, some of you all might want to know, who are the Edomites? Who is Esau that it's talking about? The Edomites is those people that's in the land of Israel today that call themselves Jews. They are descendants of Edom. The Edomites is the so-called Europeans that you all see today. They are called Caucasians. Okay, they are the Edomites, the descendants of Edom. Okay, so the Bible says, how is the hidden things of Esau stored up? Some of the hidden things that Esau have even hid from us is that the truth of who he really is. Right. Okay, he have hide the truth that he are the Edomites that the Bible speaks of. Okay, read on.
How are the things of Esau searched out?
Read on.
How are his hidden things stored up?
How is his hidden things stored up? The things that he's hiding. You know, this man is hiding a lot of things, have done a lot of evil on the earth, and is hiding a lot of things, brothers and sisters. But guess what? The Bible said, how is it stored up? It's stored up by those of us that know these scriptures, the sons of God rising up and searching out the hidden things of Esau and bringing it forth to the world and let the world see the evil that they are doing. You all understand? The hidden things, some of the hidden things is they have hid the truth of who the real Israelites are according to the Bible. Okay? So all these things, we got to sort it up and we got to reveal it to the world. Okay, go to 2 Thessalonians 2:8 and read that for me.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed.
And then shall that wicked be revealed. Read on.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Read on.
And destroy with the brightness of his coming.
So it's two things we read in here. It says, then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. How is the Lord is going to consume them with the spirit of his mouth? The spirit of the Lord's mouth is first and foremost, it starts with the word of God. With the sons of God, the Israelites, going and teaching the word of God, the word of Christ.
Right.
You all understand? That's how that's how the wicked is being revealed. Who is the wicked on the earth today? The people that's ruling. Okay? The US government, the European nations, okay, the Israeli government. They are the wicked that the Bible speaks of. Okay? Read on.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
So the Bible says they will be revealed. We will reveal that they are the wicked and all the evil that they are doing. Read on.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And they're going to be destroyed when Christ returns. The wicked will be destroyed when Christ returns, when our King returns. Okay? From there, I want you to go to Matthew 10 and 27. Now, I'm about to go into some stuff today, and I'm going to show you all something concerning the stuff I'm about to go into today. Because the stuff that I'm about to touch on, guess what? It could cost me my life. You know what I mean? It could cost me imprisonment and so forth. But it is what it is. Let me show you what our King Christ said. Read that for me.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the air, that preach ye upon the housetops.
So Christ says, what I told you in darkness, you got to speak in light. Meaning speak openly. Okay? And whatever I tell you, he said, go on the rooftop and speak it for everybody could hear. Read on.
And fear not them which kill the body.
And Christ said, don't fear them that could kill the body. Why Christ is saying this? Why our King saying this? Because the things that he commands us to teach, it can get us killed. You understand? I hope you brothers out there understand that the things that our King commands us to teach, it's going to get us killed. Our King commands us to reveal the wicked, reveal the hidden things of Esau, the wickedness that he's doing on the earth. And in us revealing these things, brothers and sisters, it's going to get us killed. It's going to get some of us killed and some of us put in prison. I hope you all understand. This is no game. Okay? As I said, I'm about to touch on some stuff. And, hey, the powers that be, they going to be mad. You feel what I'm saying? They going to be mad. The things that we teach in IUIC, we understand that we'll be labeled anti-Semitic. We understand we're going to be labeled extremists. we understand that the government gonna come for us. Some of
Right.
us they gonna put in jail. Some of
Right.
us they gonna kill. Why? Because the Bible prophesied these things. You know what I mean? The Bible prophesied these things, man.
Right.
So, as I tell you all, I'm about to touch on there will be no two-state solutions. There will be no two-state solutions. I'm about to show you all some things that happened in the past in the land of Israel and so forth. And the things that I'm about to show you all, the things I'm about to reveal, guess what? It's going to make me and my brothers become targets. Okay? Now, check this, right? You know what? What I want to start with first. You finish that scripture?
No, sir. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
So we have to fear no man on this earth, brothers. Okay? We have to fear no man that could kill your body, this flesh. You understand? But we got to fear our king, our God, that could kill what? Your body and your soul in the lake of fire.
That's right.
You understand? So our king commands us to teach, to reveal the wicked and all the evil that they are doing on this earth. Okay? Now I want you to go to Isaiah 46 and 10. Some of you all might say, Deacon, how the hell you know there will be no two-state solutions? How you all in IUIC know that there will be no two-state solutions? I'm going to show you all why. Read that for me.
Isaiah chapter 46 and verse 10.
Scripture.
Declaring the end from the beginning.
Because God declared the end. What's going to happen in the end from the beginning. Okay, the Lord let us know the things that's going to happen in the future. The things that's going to, the events that going to be taking place and so forth. Even what you see going on now today in the land of Israel, God have written these, the prophets have recorded these things in the Bible, what's going to happen in the last days in the land of Israel. Okay? So the Bible says, declaring the end from the beginning, read on.
And from ancient times.
And from ancient times, read on.
The things that are not yet done.
The things that have not yet done. Okay? That's why I said that, listen, there will be no two-state solution. Okay? That's why I said that. I ain't saying it off of my own mind, my own mouth, because God, the Bible prophesied that.
Right.
Okay? What you see going on in the land of Israel with the Palestinians and the Israelis, it's going to get worse. It's going to calm down. It's going to get worse. The Israelis is going to bring the Palestinians under a yoke. Okay, and that yoke is not going to be broken until World War III pop off. You understand? The affliction and the things that the Israeli government is doing to the Palestinians, the Lord prophesied that to happen. The Lord talk about these things happening because what's going on in the land of Israel, that's what's going to issue in the day of doom. That's what's going to issue in the third woe. You understand? That's what is going to issue in Armageddon. Okay? Armageddon. Okay? I want you all to understand that. Okay? So from there, so read on.
Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
So God's counsel is going to stand. Whatever God say going to happen is going to happen.
That's right.
Ain't going to be no change in that. Okay? Now, I want you to play that small clip on Instagram, number 1 for me. Play that for me real quick. I want you all to hear this.
Why is Israel so important? Because God is a covenant-keeping God. God has a plan for redemption for the whole world. And he has chosen a man by the name of Abraham who brought forth the nation of Israel. And it's through Israel that light is going to come to all the nations of the earth. Why is Israel important?
He says God have used Israel to bring light to the whole world. You understand? Now, let me tell you all something. Oh man, yo, these Christians, man, but just keep on playing.
because Jesus has chosen one plot of ground, one piece of real estate in the whole earth that he has made his eternal home. He has chosen that plot of land from where he's going to rule forever. And Israel's calling is to be a light to the nations. And it's to be a priestly nation to all the other nations of the earth. And the Lord is awakening an intercessory army in the church to contend for Israel's destiny.
So you all hear what he said there? That last pass I want you all to pay attention to. He says that the Lord is creating an army in the church to contend for Israel, meaning to fight for Israel. I tell you all, there will be a new world order and a new world system that gonna be set up, where Christians and Jews and the synagogues of Satan, okay, they're gonna come together and form a coalition to fight against the truth, to fight against those of us that is revealing that these people are liars and they are not the real Jews. You feel what I'm saying? So the Christians and them, they said God is using Israel. Yes, God is using these people in the land that call themselves Israelis, okay, but not in the sense where Christians think. God is using them to issue in World War III.
Right.
You understand? And these people is not the light unto the world. They are genociding people over there right now. These people is a bunch of hateful, genocidal, evil people, man. I'm telling you all. Okay? I want you to play the number 2 for me real quick, man. Let me show you all something. Oh, man. Play that for me real quick. Yeah. I want you all to see this. This took place in New York.
יוסי די! תירגע! רגוע. יוסי אתה לא רגוע. יוסי אתה מגזים.
That's supposed to be the people of God?
The light of the world?
These people is some violent people, man. They are very violent and they full of a lot of aggression.
Yep.
And they love war, man.
Yep.
Okay, I think this was in Williamsburg, New York. Sir. Okay, so yo, these people is a violent group of people, man. Okay, now I want you to play play 15 for me, man. Oh, not 15, 17, sorry. And what's taking place right now, the whole world is realizing that the people you all call the people of God is savages, man. These people is genocidal. These people is evil. You understand? The way how they do not care about the rest of humanity. That's what you're all seeing right now. That's what the world is seeing. Yeah, play that.
Israel, like all settler colonial projects, including our own, was founded on lies. The lie that Palestinian land was unoccupied. The lie that 750,000 Palestinians fled their homes and villages during the ethnic cleansing by...
So, they're saying, the dude saying that the Zionists was built on lies. The lies that 750 Palestinians flee their land. No, they were genocide. Right. You understand? Right. They were killed and forced off of their land. Okay, that's what took place in 1948.
Right.
Okay, they referred to it as the Nakba. Okay, keep on playing.
Palestinians fled their homes and villages during the ethnic cleansing by Zionist militias in 1948 because they were told to do so by their leaders. The lie that it was Arab armies that started the 1948 war, that saw Israel seize 78% of historic Palestine.
So Israel have seized 78% of the land over there in Palestine. Okay, over 78% of the land they have seized. Okay, there's international law when it comes to seizing land. No country could seize land, you know, according to international law. But international law, like it's not for the so-called people that call themselves Jews. It's not for them. Right. Keep on playing.
Lie that Israel faced annihilation in 1967, forcing it to invade and occupy the remaining 22% of Palestine as well as land belonging to Egypt and Syria.
So they took land that belonged to Egypt and Syria also in the 1967 war. Okay, read on.
Israel is sustained by lies. The lie that Israel wants a just and equitable peace and will support an independent Palestinian state. The lie that Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East. The lie that Israel is an outpost of Western civilization in a sea of barbarism. The lie that Israel respects the rule of law and human rights. The brazenness of Israeli lies stunned those of us who reported from Gaza.
Okay. All right.
A lie that he missed was they say that they're the Jews and they're not.
Exactly. So now, remember I read early on, declaring the end from the beginning, right? So now I want you to read, I think is Luke 20 and 21 and 24. Let's see what God says concerning the people that are going to be in the land there right now.
Yes, sir. Luke chapter 21, verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
So the prophecy is that the Israelites going to fall by the edge of the sword. Read on.
And shall be led away captive into all nations.
And the Israelites going to be led away as slaves into all nations. So that's what it means by led away captive. Okay, they're going to be led away as slaves into all nations. When did this begin? It began in it began in 70 AD. When the Romans came and conquered Jerusalem, they enslaved us and exiled us from that land. A lot of us fled to Africa and other places in Arabia. And it was totally finished in the 1400s when they came and get us from Africa and brought us over here and totally taught us lies. Okay, that's when the destruction of the Israelites fully was fulfilled. Okay, all right. So the Bible says Jerusalem shall be what?
And they shall fall by the edge of the sword,
and
shall be led away captive into all nations.
And the real Israelites going to be led as slaves into all nations. That's the Bible prophecy. Read on.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
Who going to be occupying Jerusalem?
The Gentiles.
Who going to be occupying Jerusalem?
The Gentiles.
The Gentiles, the Bible says, will be occupying Jerusalem. Okay? Read on.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
And the time of the Gentiles is going into those four beasts that are going to rise up and rule the earth. Right now we are in the last beast, the fourth beast, which is the Caucasian race, which is the eagle, which is the nation of Edom that's ruling this earth. Right. Okay? And according to the prophecy, Christ is going to return and destroy this fourth beast. Okay? That's the prophecy. The time of the Gentiles is the time that God gave heathens to rule this earth. So, according to what we just read there, who is occupying the land of Israel today? Gentiles. You all understand? Remember we read early on declaring the end from the beginning. Right. Now, I'm going to go into the two-state solution right now. Okay, as I tell you all the stuff I'm about to show you all going, you know, I'm putting my life in danger, but it is what it is. You understand? I'm about to show you all some stuff right now. Go play 5 for me, man. Play 5, number 5 for me. Now, was there a peace deal that had supposed to take place to bring peace in Palestine, in the land of Israel? Yes. No, not that one right there. Okay, not that one right there. Not that one right there. Hold on. Play 9. Yes. I want you all to pay attention clearly, man. About to bring out some serious information. Play that for me.
Now, on this day 30 years ago, the Oslo Accords were signed between Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization. The agreements were seen as a major turning point in the conflict because it was the first time that Israel and the PLO formally recognized one another. This image became iconic on the 13th of September 1993.
Pause it. So I want you all to look. In 1993, it says this image became iconic. This is President Bill Clinton. To the left, that's the president of Israel. His name was Rabin. Okay, and to the right you got Arafat. Okay, the leader of the Palestinian people. This was 1993. It was called the Oslo Accords. Okay, it was a peace deal that was signed and set up for the Palestinians to have their own government, the Palestinians to have their own state. You understand? And these are the things that they were trying to set up. That's what the Oslo Accords was about. Okay? But I'm going to show you all some things, man. I'm going to show you all some things. Okay, so I want you all to remember the prime minister that was pushing for peace over there and so forth. His name was Rabin. He was Jewish. Okay, he came together with Arafat and they tried to form some kind of peace deal. Okay, and tried to set it up where the Palestinians could be recognized as and have their own state and so forth and so on. Okay, keep on playing.
PLO chairman Yasser Arafat and Israel's then Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin shook hands on the White House lawn, overseen by the US President Bill Clinton. The Oslo Accords were a series of agreements signed between 1993 and 1999 with a goal that aimed to see Israel withdraw from the territories it occupied during June 1967's war.
Pause. So one of the agreements was that the Oslo Accords was that Israel got to withdraw from them lands that they illegally took from the Palestinians. You all understand? That was part of the Oslo Accords. That's the president of Israel signing it. Okay, so that was part of it. Okay, then the Israelis got to give back the Palestinians their land. Keep on playing.
Including the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and Gaza. And so most Palestinians believe that the Accords would create an independent Palestinian state in the occupied territories alongside Israel, but that never happened.
Pause.
Pause.
So you all see that the Oslo Accords was to create an independent Palestinian state. Okay, remember the name of this show. The topic I'm going over there is that there will be no two-state solutions.
Right.
Okay. So the Accords was to create a Palestinian state. In 1993, that peace accord that Rabin made with Arafat, it's supposed to issue in peace in the land of Israel. Okay, the Israelis had supposed to give back the Palestinians the lands that they took in 1967 and so forth. But let's keep on playing.
The Accords would create an independent Palestinian state in the occupied territories alongside Israel, but that never happened. Over the next 30 years, Israel accelerated its expansion of illegal settlements.
So if something took place there that they ain't touching on, and I'm going to touch on it, it said Israel accelerated its expansion of illegal settlement. They were illegally taking land from the Palestinians. Okay, keep on playing.
Increased restrictions on the movement of Palestinians within the occupied territories, and built a separation wall.
So they build separation wall and they restrict the movement of Palestinians. All of this was done, okay, after the Oslo Accords. Okay, and I'm going to touch on why these things was done. Okay, so basically they created an open air prison for the Palestinians. Okay, keep on playing.
As well as imposing a siege on the Gaza Strip through its land, air, and sea blockade, 3 decades on, The
So
Oslo
they
Accords
imposed
are
land, air, and sea blockade, meaning no ships could go to Gaza, no planes could go to Gaza. You understand? And nobody could drive and go to Gaza unless the Israeli government allowed them to from land.
Damn.
You all understand? So
Damn.
they impose a land, sea, and air blockade on Gaza.
Damn.
Yo, I want you all to understand how serious this is what they did. Okay? And I'm going to show you all some. Keep on playing.
to have only served to cement Israel's occupation. Paul Brennan reports now from occupied East Jerusalem.
Yossi Beilin was offered a Nobel Peace Prize for his role in the Oslo Accords. It was he who instigated the secret back-channel talks, which led eventually to that momentous handshake on the White House lawn. But the 30-year anniversary brings him no pride.
It was not meant for so many years. Who dreamt that this A zone and B zone and C zone would be there for so many years? It is crazy.
Paul. So they got it set up as A zone, B zone, and C zone. I tell you, they got the Palestinians in an open air prison. Okay? There will be no Palestinian state set up over there in the land of Israel. I'm going to show you all the prophecies on that. Keep on playing.
The fact that it is still there is its biggest failure.
The Oslo Accords were never a conventional peace deal, always just a transitional roadmap. Negotiations over the final status arrangements, things like borders, the Palestinian state, the return of refugees, and most crucially, the fate of Jerusalem itself, were all to come later, but they never did. And 30 years on, with Benjamin Netanyahu still the dominant force in Israeli politics, the prospect of those negotiations resuming looked more distant than ever.
I think you can say that it failed. The process failed. Israel
Okay,
and
so take
Palestinians
that
did
off.
not.
Take that off. Yo, take that off. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff I got here. So, bam. I want you to play. What's the other one you just put up there? You have put up one before. Yeah, that right there. So let me show you all what they did in remember they put a blockage on Israel from land, sea, and air. Meaning another in Israel on the Palestinians. They put a blockage, land, sea, and air. Let me show you all what they did. Keep playing that video for me. I'm going to show you.
Did you know that Gaza once had an international airport? In 1995, Israel and Palestine signed the Oslo Accords, in which it was agreed that an international airport will be built in Gaza. This was the chosen site for the airport. In 1995, Morocco, Egypt, Saudi Arabia helped build this airport, which was officially opened in 1998. International carrier like Egypt Air and Royal Air Morocco regularly made their flights to Gaza. The airport received 90,000 passengers and processed more than 100 tons of cargo. But an Israeli airstrikes destroyed the radar station and control tower on 4th of December, 2001, and bulldozers cut the runway on January 10, 2002. The International Civil Aviation Organization strongly condemned Israel for the attack on the airport, which it deemed a violation of the 1971 Montreal Convention. The airport was a sign of better things to come. I hope for a free, independent, and sovereign Palestine.
Okay, so in 1995, in 1993, 1995, the Palestinians had their own airport. In 2001 and 2002, the Israeli government destroyed their airport. You all understand? So they put restriction by land, air, and sea. Okay? Now, that's showing that Palestinian, what is the objective behind that? The objective behind that is to not allow them no freedom. Not allow them, to even be able to, they are preventing them from establishing themselves as a state or a country in the land of Israel. You all understand? So that's why they put blockage on them by land, by sea, and by air. If anybody in Palestine want to leave Palestine, guess what? They got to go through the Israeli government. They can't have their own airports. They can't have their own shipping ports and so forth. You understand? They got to go through the Israeli government. They can't import their own foods and so forth. The Israeli government have to import and send food and power and water and electricity to them. You all understand? That's how it is right now in Palestine. Okay, that's why when the war pop off, the first thing the Israelis did, they cut off the food supply from going to Palestine. Why? Because they controlled the food supply that was going to Palestine. They cut off the water that was going to Palestine. Why? Because they control the water that was going to Palestine. I want you all to understand what's going on. Okay? So, who helped with this airport? This airport, who helped with the airport? It was President Rabin. Okay, that Israeli president, him, Arafat. Okay, they under the Oslo Accords, they built an airport. Okay, but let me show you all some things. I want you to go to, let me see, play 10 for me. Play 10 for me. Hey man, I'm gonna show you all some things, man. Let that run. So this is the Oslo Accords that was signed in 1993.
Are bound now by peace. I welcome you to the White House for this milestone on the path to reconciliation. We will press forward with our efforts until the circle of peace is closed, a circle which must include Syria and Lebanon if peace is to be complete.
With each of these of the Palestinian people, once the agreement will be implemented, and seeing their past, its president, for the unique role they played in the peacemaking. It was our free choice.
So this is the leader. Pause. So this is the leader of the Israeli government. His name was Rabin. Okay, President Rabin. Okay, and then you have Arafat there also. Okay, this was the Oslo Accords that was signed in 1993. Okay, I want you all to listen to the word then. I want you all to listen to what he's saying.
Not to compel ourselves to be the rulers of another people, to be the rulers of the Palestinian people.
Pause. So this Israeli prime minister, he said, we do not want to be the rulers of the Palestinian people. Okay, we don't want to rule over them. Okay, this is where they were trying to set up a two-state solution in 1993. Keep playing.
Once the agreement will be implemented, no longer will the Palestinians reside under our domination. They will gain self-rule, and we shall return to our heritage.
Pause. So you see that? So the president of Israel, President Rabin, he says that the Palestinians gonna gain self-rule, meaning they will have their own state and they will rule over themselves. We don't want to have dominion over the Palestinians. We don't want to rule over them. Right now, today, do they have dominion over the Palestinians and ruling over them? Yes. Okay. But the Oslo Accord was trying to create that two-state solution. But keep on playing.
Not to betray them.
So that's him signing the Oslo Accord. That's Arafat signing the Oslo Accord. Okay. That's Egypt, that's Lebanon. They also sign it. In the Oslo Accords, it also says that Lebanon and them other countries, they recognize Israel as a state. You know? Keep on playing.
أمامنا لا يزال طويلا، ومن هنا فإننا نتطلع لدعمكم المتواصل والمستمر لشعبنا، شاكرين لجميع من ساهم من الأصدقاء والأشقاء المتبرعين بمساعدتنا.
My brother Jews, we should not let the land that flowing with milk and honey become a land flowing with blood and tears. Don't let it happen. Oh, you have grown up accustomed to it.
Those who hold the key to
Pause. So this is them. They said, my brother Jews, don't let the land flow with milk and honey be flowing with blood. You understand? Because they're trying to bring forth peace. Keep on playing.
It is our duty to prove to all the peoples of the Middle East that the past is behind us at long last, and that a brighter future is dawning throughout the area. A future that brings to realization not only the promise of peace and security, but also greater prospects for balanced development and prosperity.
Okay.
Mr. Rabin, Chairman Arafat, the president of
Mr. Rabin, that's how his name is pronounced. Okay, so off of that, let's see what happened next. Go to 6. So you see the Israeli government, they were trying to set up some peace one point of time. But let's see what happened. Let's see. Okay, let's see what happened. We are about to go into some stuff right now, Israel. People out there, we are about to go into some stuff. As I tell you, the things that I'm bringing out right now, it's going to get me and my brothers in trouble. Okay, play that for me.
These are the steps that Yitzhak Rabin walked down 20 years ago, moments before he was assassinated here in central Tel Aviv.
What? So wait, so the peacemaker Rabin, he was assassinated? Oh my gosh. Man. So now we understand why there is no two-state solution, because he was trying to set up a two-state solution.
This is war!
Now we understand why the Palestinians is still being ruled over, because he said, listen, we gotta let them rule themselves. Oh,
what happened?
Okay.
It seemed like everything was going so good.
Oh man,
it was good old. How they say it?
Man,
it was all good just a week ago.
Yeah, man. So hey, play that again for me, man.
These are the steps that Yitzhak Rabin walked down 20 years ago, moments before he was assassinated here in central Tel Aviv. He was speaking in the public square right next to me, the square that's now been named in his honor. He was trying to convince Israelis to back his plans for peace with the Palestinians.
What? He was trying to convince the Israeli to back his plan for peace with the Palestinians, and they assassinate him. They kill him. You understand? His own people kill him. They said, we don't want no peace with Palestinians. We ain't sharing no land with these Palestinians.
He said, you forget we supposed to be the devil.
Yo. For one point, I think for that little time, I think there was some kind of values and stuff was there. But
that's what it seemed like.
They're like, yo, they remember their nature. They're like, yo, we the synagogues of Satan. What you talking about? Share land with the Palestinians, you know? I'll keep on playing.
The memorial to Rabin, a series of stones etched in Hebrew. You can see there are tourists and Israelis snapping pictures here. It's in Hebrew, but there is here in English a memorial as well. It says, peace shall be his legacy.
Well, that was his legacy. Assassination. He trying to set up peace in the Middle East. But God said there will be war in the Middle East. That's right. Okay, because there will be no two-state solution. Okay, and that's written in the Bible, which I will touch on in a minute. Now let me show you all something, right? I want you to play 8 for me. Yeah, you done know. I'm showing you all some stuff that will mess your mind up, man. Okay? So there was some on the table for a two-state solution. But the Prime Minister of Israel, the Israelis assassinate their own leader that was trying to create that two-state solution and so forth. But play that for me, man.
As head of the conservative Likud party, Netanyahu himself became the face of the opposition to Oslo.
Netanyahu saw
You know
a
who
moment
Oslo
of,
is? Oslo is the same dude. I think this is his first name. It's the same dude, Rabin, that made that peace treaty with Arafat and so forth. You all see they got him there, and they got Arafat, and they got an arrow between both of their heads. Netanyahu, what you're going to see as I keep playing this video, he was involved in the assassination. He was allegedly, let me say that, he was allegedly involved in the assassination of the president of Israel, okay, in 1995. Okay, let me say it that way. Okay, keep playing, go back a little and play.
You don't find that suspicious?
As head of the conservative Likud party, Netanyahu himself became the face of the opposition to Oslo.
Netanyahu saw a moment of betrayal and peril and an agreement that would never and could never work.
Pause. What was that agreement? That agreement was the Oslo Accords. But Netanyahu said that can't work. Why? Because Netanyahu wants the whole land for himself. He wants the whole land from the river to the sea. He do not want to share it with the Palestinians. Okay, that's why I tell you all there will be no two-state solutions. Okay, there will be no two-state solution. Keep playing. So that's the leader that signed the peace deal, and that's what is it? Wanted for murder. Keep playing.
There's a really ugly character to it. The level of vitriol, the anger, the scope of these demonstrations, the kind of incitement, the portrayal of Rabin, the dressing Rabin in Nazi uniforms or putting a keffiyeh on him.
Okay, so this is what they did. This is what Netanyahu and his followers did. They put a scarf, the Arab headscarf on the Israeli leader, okay, President Rabin. Okay, they put a Nazi uniform on him. You understand? And because why? Why are they doing this? Because this president that was in the land of Israel, he was trying to create peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And Netanyahu and a lot of the right wing fanatics over there, they didn't want that. Okay? Keep playing. I tell you, these people is a hateful people, man. They assassinate their own leader because their leader wanted peace. Okay, these people is a hateful people. Okay, they are the synagogues of Satan. If you want to see, hey, you gonna find out. That's right. Okay, mess with them. You know, keep playing.
Netanyahu found himself at the center of the anger.
In most cases, he doesn't do anything about it. I think Netanyahu, even in some ways, benefits from this association with the rabble-rousers on the right.
I think the country's political system was superheated. It was like a car riding on a highway that had no water left in the radiator. And you could look at the temperature gauge, and it's all the way in hot.
The intensity grew, culminating in a massive protest. Tens of thousands crammed into the center of Jerusalem.
No, pause. For we will never allow Jerusalem to be divided again. Yo, I'm telling you all, these people is evil.
They portray themselves to be so peaceful and loving and all about equity.
Yep.
And you see the whole nation is protesting about not having peace in that land. They want war. They want bloodshed.
Right. They don't want the two-state solution. Okay? that the President Rabin had the Oslo Accords. They don't want that. They don't want no two-state solution. Okay, keep playing. Boss, the eternal capital of Jewish people. Okay, keep on playing.
He was genuinely outraged, but he knew how to channel that outrage.
So that's Netanyahu speaking there. So in 1993, 1995, he never wanted the Oslo Agreement to pass. Okay, he never wanted a two-state solution. Okay, ever since back then. And I'm going to show you all what took place. Keep playing.
And that coincided with his rise to power.
In Netanyahu's conservative Likud party, there was concern about the growing tension in the crowds that night.
There were moments when Netanyahu was advised that, there are real nutcases in the national religious camp that we see that we need to calm down, even gesturally.
In blood and fire, we will expel Rabin.
So you all see that? So these people of God, the Israelis, they say in blood or fire we will expel Rabin. This is the dude that signed the peace treaty, okay? And the peace treaty was supported by America, okay? But they said, to hell with America. They said, Rabin, we gonna kill you. That's what they saying.
Exactly.
And who was behind that? Netanyahu. Okay, Netanyahu was behind that. Okay? So they say, in blood or fire, we will expel Rabin. Okay, because Rabin said, listen, let the Palestinians and them govern themselves. Let's govern ourselves. You know what I mean? Let's give the Palestinians their own state. Okay, you know what? Let's build them their own airport and so forth. And all of that was in the process. But these synagogues of Satan, they say, hell no. These religious fanatics, they say, hell no. So let's see what they did. Keep playing.
Netanyahu never did that. He never did that, to his enormous discredit.
We have no other country.
Keep on playing.
The crowd was with him as he attacked Arafat.
The murderer Arafat
and then the government of Yitzhak Rabin.
I'm saying this to the government of Israel, which is bowing down to this man. We are here, for we will never allow Jerusalem to be divided.
That we will what?
We will never allow Jerusalem to be divided.
So I want you all to pay attention to that right there. Netanyahu said he will never allow Jerusalem to be divided. Okay? I want you all to remember that phrase right there. Okay? Because I'm going to touch on it. I'm going to show. You know what? Let me show you all in prophecy what he's talking about. Go to Joel 3. Go to Joel 3 and read that for me. And hold that video. We're going to come back there. Okay, read Joel 3.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 2. Scripture. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Jehoshaphat there is in the land of Israel. Read on.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
For his people and his heritage Israel. What did they did to his people and his heritage? Keep on reading.
Whom they have scattered among the nations.
They scattered God people and heritage amongst the nations. How? In slavery. Read on.
And parted my land.
And what?
And parted my land.
And they divided the land. In 1948, the land was divided by the United Nations and America. The land was divided between the Palestinians and the fake Jews, the people that and the Caucasian Jews. Okay? That's what happened in 1948. The land was divided. Okay, but guess what? As I go into the topic some more, I'm going to show you all that the Israelis, they don't want the land divided. Okay, they want the land for themselves. They want everything for themselves. Okay, they do not want to share the land with the Palestinians, the land that they stolen and the Palestinians stolen. That's why I want you all to understand. Both of them stole the land. The Palestinians don't belong there, and the synagogues of Satan, the Caucasian Jews, does not belong there.
Right.
Okay, so keep on playing. Go back and read it again right there on the screen.
It says, "We are here, for we will never allow Jerusalem to be divided."
So this is Netanyahu saying this. He said he will never allow Jerusalem to be divided. But Bible prophecy said that they will divide the land. Okay, but what I'm going to show you all is because Netanyahu and the Israelis over there, they do not want to divide the land and share the land with the Palestinians, that is going to bring issue in Armageddon. Okay, that's going to bring about World War III. You understand? That's going to bring about the third woe. That's going to bring about the day of doom. Because they don't want to divide the land. They don't want to share the land with the Palestinians. And I'm going to show you all some scriptures concerning that. Some prophecies concerning that in a minute. Okay, so let's keep on playing. Keep on playing that. Let me see what they say.
אנחנו כאן כי לעולם לא ניתן לחלק מחדש את ירושלים.
All Likud leaders, especially Benjamin Netanyahu, they have used very strong language against Prime Minister Rabin.
We are here because we have only one Jerusalem, and we will defend her.
Read on.
They didn't use any kind of condemnation against the violence that was starting to take place.
Netanyahu would later say he never saw the ugliest moments that night.
So that night, what happened? So that night, what happened? Let's see. Keep playing.
Anger boiled over.
Pause. When I tell you these Jewish people is a violent people, you understand? Christ called them the synagogues of Satan. You all mess around and find out these people is a violent people. You know what I mean? Some ain't right with them. The Bible called them the worst of the nations. Okay, keep playing.
I was there, and a lot of other people my age were there. This was such a volatile atmosphere at the time, and the writing was on the wall.
Night after night, the crowds massed across the street from Prime Minister Rabin's apartment in Tel Aviv.
I'm there one Shabbat evening. We're talking. It's just the two of us. And there's a demonstration outside. And I said to him at the time, I said, "Don't you worry about some of this?" He goes, "No." I mean, it's not that he was, it's not that he was completely dismissive of it, but he took it as kind of a given. He knew, in a sense, what was coming and simply accepted it.
So he knew they were about to kill him. He said, "My people is evil as hell. They're about to kill me." He accepted it. He like, shit. He like, yo, I can't. The two-state solution deal, the Oslo agreement, yo, it's not gonna work. They will kill me. Keep on playing.
Rabin responded with his own rally. More than 100,000 supporters singing of peace.
These people, pause. These people are not the children of Israel. They are Caucasians that converted to Judaism in the 12th century. You understand? They are called the Khazarians. Okay, they from Russia, Germany. That's who these people are. Poland. Okay, they are not the original Israelites.
Right.
Okay, they converted, and it's in their history. And when you say this, they get upset and angry and da. But it is what it is, brothers. It's our job to reveal these lies that these people is pushing on the earth.
Right.
They are white people. They are Caucasians. Christ was not a Caucasian. The Israelites were not Caucasians. Okay, keep playing.
Then, as Rabin was leaving, that's him coming down the ramp. The man in the blue t-shirt approached.
Y'all see?
3 shots from behind.
The Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, the architect of the Middle East peace process, has been assassinated.
So y'all see that? He was assassinated. And I think Netanyahu was behind that. You understand? He was behind that. Because remember, this was Netanyahu rising into power.
Right.
You understand? He was rallying the people against President Rabin. Okay? Saying he was against the Oslo Accords. Okay, he was against it. Okay, so he had everything to gain in this president that wanted peace in the Middle East. He had everything to gain in this man being assassinated.
Right.
Okay? Everything that you see taking place in the land of Israel today, it was all designed by Netanyahu. This is what he wants. Okay? This is what he wants. He wants to go to war with the Palestinians. He wants to bring them under subjugation. He want to rule over them. There will be no two-state solutions. I'm telling you all. Keep playing.
A right-wing Israeli Jew, Yigal Amir.
Truly shocking news from the Middle East tonight. Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin has been assassinated.
Evening spent dreaming of peace turns into a national nightmare.
Outside the hospital, the crowd began to chant, "Bibi is a murderer."
So those of y'all don't know who Bibi is, that's a nickname for Netanyahu. So outside the hospital, everybody chanting that Netanyahu, you are a murderer. Bibi, you are a murderer. Why? Because they all know that was Netanyahu behind that assassination. That's right. You understand? Even if he didn't give the order, you had Mossad, you had secret agencies, they did what they did. You understand?
Right.
Okay? He instigated it because he wanted Rabin out of the way.
That's right.
Because he did not want no two-state solution. Okay, keep playing.
The sign says, "Bibi, Rabin's blood is on your hands."
An assassin has taken yet another world leader away from us. It was just after the biggest peace rally in Tel Aviv.
Rabin's widow blamed Netanyahu for contributing to her husband's death.
The assassination of Yitzhak Rabin has also produced shock in the Palestinian
Pause.
community.
So that's crazy. The president had a peace rally. The president of Israel. And the synagogues of Satan, they killed him, man. You know, they said, we don't want no peace. We don't want no peace with these Arabs. We want them dead. And they killed their own leader that was trying to set up peace. That's why I'm showing you all there will be no two-state solution. Their own leader was trying to set up that two-state solution, and it was shut down. Keep playing.
And said so on worldwide television.
Your husband pointed the finger at Mr. Netanyahu and said, you must stop this incitement.
Yeah.
To what extent do you blame Mr. Netanyahu and the Likud for what has happened?
I do blame them. In a rally in Kikar Zion in Jerusalem, they showed him in the uniform of a Nazi. So Mr. Bibi Netanyahu, now we can say from here to eternity that he didn't support it and didn't agree with it, but he was there, and he didn't stop it.
Netanyahu's close advisor at the time vehemently disagrees.
The attempt to pin on him the murder
of the Prime Minister is a cheap political propaganda trick that was taken by his political opponents, mostly from the left, in order to delegitimize Netanyahu as a political public and to delegitimize the positions of Likud in the Israeli open political debate.
This is some good stuff, man. Hey, if you all ain't
As
see
the
me
nation-
show up, if you all ain't see me in the next couple of weeks, that they came for me, man. Y'all understand? But y'all keep pushing, man. If you all ain't see me in the next couple of weeks, they came for me. Okay, but this is the lie. This is the hidden thing, the things that Esau is hiding, man. Okay, keep playing.
Mourned, Bibi Netanyahu faced the political consequences of Rabin's death. The American ambassador says they spoke about it the day before the funeral.
I remember Netanyahu saying to me, look at this. He's a hero now. But if he had not been assassinated, I would have beaten him in the elections, and then he would have gone into history as a failed politician. Netanyahu was thinking, well, politically, he was on the ropes before he was assassinated.
Okay, that was some good stuff right there. Now, let me see some videos I got there, man. Okay. So they assassinate the leader that was trying to set up the two-state solution. Okay, airports was built in Gaza and so forth for the Palestinians. They bombed the airport in 2001, 2002. They destroyed the airport. Under who? Under Netanyahu. Y'all understand?
Yep.
That's what they did because why? They do not want that two-state solution. No
That shows that he was in support of it.
Right.
Because if he wasn't behind that whole murder, why do you continue with that same agenda that Ravin was pushing? You was behind it.
Yep, exactly. You know? So check this, right? Now, I want you to play, let me see, play 12. Let me show you all something. This is Truman, the U.S. Prime Minister that put the Israelis on with the UN that put the Israelis in the land of Israel in 1948. Okay, he put them Caucasians, these converts, the Khazarians, he put them in that land in 1948. Now I'm going to show you all what he said. This is the President Truman. Okay, this is what he said. I want you all to listen to the words carefully. Now, the United Nations, they put the Israelis, they put the, I'm looking for the term for them. Christ called them the synagogues of Satan. You understand? They were put in that land in 1948, right. And the objective was to set up a two-state solution and to divide the land. But America and the Israelis, their plan is not to divide the land.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to show you. The prophecy is that the land will be divided, but the Israelis and America, in their mind, they don't want to divide the land. I'm going to show you also. So play that for me real quick.
The Zionists particularly, who were against anything that was to be done if they couldn't have the whole of Palestine and everything handed to them on a silver plate.
Pause. So the Zionists, they wanted, 1948, they wanted the whole land. Okay, Gaza, everything. They didn't want to share the land with the Palestinians. They wanted everything for themselves. This is what President Truman is saying. Okay? Keep on playing.
Anything that was to be done if they couldn't have the whole of Palestine and everything handed to them on a silver plate so they wouldn't have to do anything. It couldn't be done. We had to take it in small doses.
What he said? You all heard what he said? What he said? He said, I couldn't just give them the whole land just like that. He said, we had to take it in small doses. You all understand? So not just the Israeli government is behind taking back the land, taking more and more land from the Palestinians, but even President Truman understood, okay, we can't just go there and get rid of all the Arabs. You're going to have to take the land in pieces and pieces. You're going to got to do what you all got to do. That's why America turning a blind eye to the Nakba in 1948.
Right.
The Arab War that took place in 1967, where the Israelis capture a lot of the Palestinian land. That's why America is turning a blind eye, and the United Nations is turning a blind eye to these things. The Oslo Accords, under that, they are supposed to give back the Palestinians their land and set up a state for the Palestinians in the land of Israel.
Right.
But that is not going to happen, okay? I'm showing you all that.
Hey, Deke, that's so heavy because the scripture says, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not hid. Right. To increase, that's incrementally over time. That's not all at once. To increase is gradually over time.
Okay.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Yep, you're right. Get that scripture. It's in Habakkuk, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, get that scripture. I'm going to read that in a minute. So keep on playing this for me.
We had to take it in small doses. You can't move 5 or 6 million people out of a country and fill it up with 5 or 6 million more and expect both sets of them to be pleased.
You hear that? He said, you can't move 5 million people out of a country and fill it up back with 5 more million of other people and expect everybody to be pleased. Okay, so America is behind it also. America support Israel when it comes to, expansion and taking of lands that does not belong to them. So keep on playing.
We had all sorts of objections to everything that was done. Something had to be done. We went ahead and done it and had it done, and now it's working out.
Okay, now it's working out. That's what he said, right? So let me see. Take that off. No, I'm showing you all some things. Now, check it, right? What I want you all to see is no, play 4 for me. No, what's going on right now? The ICC, they threaten Netanyahu. They are trying to file charges against Netanyahu. The International Criminal Court, they want to issue warrant for Netanyahu arrest on war crimes and so forth for what he's doing to the Palestinians. Okay, and I want you all to see what the United States of America senators and where they stand concerning what the Israeli government is doing in Palestine. Okay, play that for me.
Yes, Speaker. You talked about anti-Semitism on the world stage. We've seen it with the United Nations. We've also seen it now with the International Criminal Court. Can you elaborate a little bit?
Pause. So now they're saying the International World Court, the International Court, they're saying that no, they are anti-Semite. They know they're saying that they are anti-Semitic. They say on a world stands now because why? If you disagree with anything that the Israeli people does, you are labeled anti-Semitic, and that's wrong. You understand me? If you do something wrong, I'm supposed to be able to tell you what you're doing is wrong. It shouldn't be because I tell you what you're doing is wrong, you turn around and say, "Oh, you hate me because I tell you what you're doing is wrong." But that's what the Israelis is doing. That's what the Israeli government is doing. The synagogues of Satan, that's what they are doing to stop you from speaking any truth or to speak up against the evil that the synagogues of Satan is doing on this earth. But I want you all to listen to this senator. Keep playing.
United Nations, we've also seen it now with the International Criminal Court. Can you elaborate a little bit? You put out a statement about the International Criminal Court bringing possible charges against Israeli leaders.
Yeah, it's a very dangerous development. You're seeing an all-out assault on the state of Israel and those of Jewish heritage and ethnicity, and it's unacceptable. The ICC, for them to take the step to suggest they would issue a warrant for the prime minister.
Wait. Can I say something? No, they say an attack on Jewish heritage and all of this stuff. Who is attacking Jewish heritage? Exactly. Yo, the international, the UN and them, they want the Israeli to just stop the war. Stop bombing and killing little kids. How is that an attack on the Israelis? You know what I mean? Exactly. How is that an attack on them? Okay, the International Criminal Court, they bringing Netanyahu up on charges because they see the agenda that Netanyahu is trying to do. Remember, this is the same dude that killed, that was, how to say, he
stoked the flames
Right.
to that assassination that took place with the President Rabin.
Exactly. You understand? I got to say it the right way. You know what I mean? You know, so they don't try to sue us and stuff like that. Okay, keep playing.
The step to suggest they would issue a warrant for the prime minister of the country who's in the midst of a war for the very survival of his nation.
What?
Is unconscionable.
He in the midst of a war for the survival of his nation. Come on, man. What you see taking place right now, they are bringing the Palestinian under a heavy yoke. That's what the Israeli government is doing. Okay? They are making that yoke on the Palestinians even heavier.
Yep.
Okay, this is not a war. This is a massacre.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
That's right.
Okay, I'm seeing kids with their head blowed off, their hands blowed off, kids and women.
Exactly.
Okay, keep on playing.
To us. And I will tell you, I spoke within the last hour to Secretary Blinken about this issue, and he confirmed that the position of the White House is our position as well. I'm glad to that they are affirming that, and I suspect they will do that publicly later today. They are calling for the ICC to stand down. Mr. Khan, who is in charge of that, has hinted that he might be issuing the warrants to be executed, and they'd better not do that because that would unsettle the situation.
Pause. You hear what they say? They say they better don't do that. You understand? That's showing that America run this world, man. The international court of International Criminal Court better don't do that. But guess what? They put a warrant out for Putin, right?
Right.
They say Putin wrong. They put warrants out for him because of what he's doing in Ukraine. But what Netanyahu is doing, they said no. America said you better don't put no warrants out on Netanyahu. Keep playing.
That he might be issuing the warrants to be executed, and they'd better not do that because that would unsettle the situation. It would be a terrible sign on the world stage, and I think that it would make us as a nation respond in kind to the ICC. I think there would be appropriate sanctions. I think that there is a bipartisan.
Wait. So now America talking about sanctioning the International Criminal Court. I'm like, yo, things is getting nice on the earth, brothers and sisters. Pay attention, man. We living in the last time. These are the last days, man. Okay, keep playing.
Group of senators and House members who would move expeditiously, and we might just turn the table on the ICC. They better be careful. You can hear that straight from me. Yeah, back row.
Okay, that's some good stuff
Yes,
there,
sir.
man.
Okay. We see the hatred being built between America and the EU. We see that hatred brewing.
Yo, I'm telling you all, y'all pay attention, man. Pay attention. Okay, pay attention. No. Let me see. Okay, can you play 19 for me? Yeah, what's going on, man? What's going on? I tell you, brothers and sisters, the stuff I'm showing, the stuff I'm bringing out, you know, it's going to get me and my brothers in trouble. But hey, Christ tell us to reveal these things, man.
Right.
You know, the powers that be, they don't want you, brothers and sisters, to see what's going on. They want you all to stay stupid, man. They want you all to stay in la la land and be stupid and don't pay attention to what's going on in this world. But we living in the last days, Israel. Right. Okay, and the Israeli government, they're going to be used to issue in World War III. I'm telling you all. Okay? Now play that. Russia is not going to start World War III. Okay? It's the Israelis. Okay? It's the conflicts that you see going on over there. I'm telling you all. It's the synagogues of Satan. They are the one that's gonna start World War III. Okay? Play that for me.
Israel is a democracy and is our ally.
Yes,
right?
they are.
Explain to me what you see as, why you target or why you have a grudge against the Israelis.
The grudge is not necessarily a grudge. It's an objective assessment that no one will have the courage to speak about. This may be you don't want to hear. I don't know. And I certainly don't want to hurt you on your show. You have one of the best. You're fair. But I believe that Israel has a powerful stranglehold on the American government. They control both members of the House and the Senate. They have us involved in wars of which we have little or no interest. Our children are coming back.
Pause. So he said the Israeli government, you know, they control the Senate. Both sides, whether it's Republicans or Democrat. You know, when you read about AIPAC, you hear about AIPAC or the Zionist movement, you know, they give these politicians millions and millions of dollars, okay, to sign laws and so forth, and to make sure that they back Israel in whatever they do. That's why nobody in Senate never go against nothing the Israeli government does.
Right.
Okay, that's why and keep playing.
That's why America stands ironclad with Israel. That's why they say that on the news.
Yep.
Have little or no interest. Our children are coming back in body bags. Our nation is bankrupt over these wars. And if you open your mouth, you get
pause. So they say that the Israelis is pulling America in a lot of wars. Now, what is he talking about here? I touched on it a couple weeks ago. It's talking about the Iraq war. As I tell you, all the people that was behind that was the Israeli, was Netanyahu. You understand? He convinced Bush to go to war with Iraq and to eliminate Saddam. Because Saddam was a big threat against the land of Israel. Okay, and guess what? They're also trying to convince America to go to war with Iran. You understand? So this is what this dude is talking about. Keep playing.
Coming back in body bags. Our nation is bankrupt over these wars. And if you open your mouth, you get targeted. And if they don't beat you at the poll, they'll put you in prison. They're controlling much of our foreign policy.
Hey, they will. If they said they will put you in prison. That's why I tell you, brothers and sisters, the stuff I'm bringing out right here, you know, it's gonna get me and my brothers in trouble. You know what I mean? You know, don't believe nothing they say about us, man. Okay? Don't believe it. You understand? But we know what it is, and we know this is what our king tell us. We're going to be hated by all nations. Our king command us to bring forth this truth and don't care what nobody say. Our king say, yo, you're going to suffer you're going to be hated for what you teach. You know, if you teach truth, you will be hated.
Right.
Okay? If you teach truth, you will be hated. I want you brothers and sisters to understand that. Christ, our king, tell us, don't fear men that could kill the flesh.
Right.
Okay, why? Because it's going to get us killed and put in prison. But keep on playing.
They're controlling much of our foreign policy. They're influencing much of our domestic policy. Wolfowitz, as Undersecretary of Defense, manipulated President Bush #2 back into Iraq. They pushed definitely to try and get Bush before he left to move into Iran.
Whoa, keep on playing.
Conducting expansionist policy of Israel, and everybody's afraid to say it.
The expansion policy. America backed the expansion policy of the Israelis. Okay, go back a little and play that again. Yeah, man. I'm telling you.
Try and get Bush before he left to move into Iran. We're conducting an expansionist policy of Israel, and everybody's afraid to say it.
What is the expansionist policy? Is Israel illegally taking lands from the Palestinians? Okay, America support it. Okay, keep on. Remember what Truman said, you can't take it all at once. Okay, keep on playing.
Control much of the media. They control much of the commerce of the country. And they control powerfully both bodies of the Congress. They own the Congress.
Are you an anti-Semite?
No, I'm not. That's exactly what they're going to say. We have a one-sided foreign policy in the Mideast, and we've alienated Arabs who have no way of fighting. So what they've done, and I predicted this on the House floor, is they would export violence to America, and they have. They have no other way to fight.
Exactly.
I'm saying,
y'all see that? The Arabs have no other way to fight because of America's supremacy when it comes to weapons and so forth and warfare. So what they're going to do, they're going to export violence and terrorists to United States and Europe. That's what's going to happen. And that's Bible prophecy. I could read them things too. Remember what I touched on early on. The Most High God say he declared the end from the beginning and show the things that's going to happen in the beginning. You understand? He show what's going to happen in the end from the beginning. Keep on playing.
To you right now, Israel gets approximately $15 billion a year from the American taxpayers. That $15 billion is $30,000 for every man, woman, and child. And people in my district are losing their pension benefits.
Okay, then. So take that down. Take that down. So, that's what you had play. 21? Okay. No, let me show you all something. I want you to go to 16. Play 16. No, I'm showing you all there will be no two-state solution in the land of Israel. There will be no two-state solution. Play that for me. Okay. Play that for me. And America is behind that expansion. You know, America is like double tongue. They say one thing in the public, and behind back, in closed doors, they tell the Israelis, yo, do what you got to do, you know. You know, publicly, we can't say that, you know, because the people going to turn against us, and we got election coming up. But you do what you got to do.
That's why they did the devil, the deceivers.
Oh, you got that video? I play.
Now let's take a step back and look at what started this mess in West Asia, the original conflict between Israel and Palestine. Another blow was dealt to the Palestinians yesterday, this time at the United Nations. The UN Security Council held a vote yesterday on the question of Palestine's membership to the UN. 15 members.
Pause. So a vote was done in the UN, okay, a couple weeks ago to see if Palestine could be joined the United Nations. Okay, let's see what happened. Keep playing.
Members of the Security Council voted like this.
Will those in favor of the draft resolution contained in document S/2024/312 please raise their hand? Okay, we've been recorded 12, right? Okay. Those against? Thank you. Abstentions?
Security Council members voted to allow Palestine to join. 2 members abstained. That's Britain and Switzerland. They chose not to vote. And 1 lone Security Council member rejected the resolution. That is the United States of America. So
what? So America rejected it. America vote against it. They veto it. You understand? They veto Palestine or Gaza. Okay? They veto them joining the UN, the United Nations. Why would they veto it? Because they know America and the Israelis, they know if Palestine joined the UN, that's one step closer of the Palestinian becoming a state. You understand? And the Israelis don't want that. The Israelis and America, they do not want no two-state solution there in Palestine. They do not want the Palestinian people to have their own state and their own airport and so forth. Okay? So that's why America veto it. Now, when you look at the news, you're going to hear the U.S. president say, oh, we are in agreement to the two-state solution and all of that crap they say to the public on television and on the news, but behind closed doors, this is what they do. Okay? Why would America veto or vote against? They're the only one that vote against Palestine joining the UN. Why did they vote against it? because the Israeli government tell them to. You understand? AIPAC told them to. Okay, I want you all to understand that. No, keep playing.
Because of how the UN works, the resolution was rejected. The US used its veto and torpedoed Palestinian dreams of UN membership. After the veto, the US said this.
The United States continues to strongly support a two-state solution.
Liar! That dude is these people is double-tongued, man. They just vetoed them, said that, we don't want you all to join the UN, the United Nations. Okay, then they turn around and say, we play that again, man. These people is a bunch of damn liars. I tell you, brothers and sisters, if you don't see me in the next couple of weeks, you all better know why. You understand? It is what it is, though. But understand that. Keep playing that again for me, man.
The US said this.
The United States continues to strongly support a two-state solution. This vote does not reflect opposition to Palestinian statehood.
Yes, it does, you damn idiot. You see the double tongue? These people is evil, man. It's our job to reveal them, though.
Right.
It's our job to reveal these hypocrites and liars.
Right.
Okay? Keep playing.
Is an acknowledgement that it will only come from direct negotiations between the parties.
The US says it strongly supports a two-state solution, but it seems that strength did not extend to UN membership.
Okay.
If the US had not vetoed the resolution, Palestine would have become the 194th permanent member of the United Nations.
All right, so take that off now. Okay. Yo, I'm telling you, man, these people is some damn demons. Okay, so what I want you all to see also, right? No, I want you all to see this real quick. No, play 21. Now, what happened a couple weeks ago, there was a vote in the UN Council. Okay, they voted, there was a vote for a ceasefire, that the Israelis must cease fire, that there should be a ceasefire and a peace deal in Palestine. Okay, the UN Council, they voted that the Israeli government should stop the war. There should be a ceasefire. Okay? So America voted and everybody voted, but I want you all to see what took place. So they voted and a law came, and they voted and they came up with a resolution that all of them agree that, listen, the Israeli got to stop the fighting. Okay, but I want you all to see what America did. You know, America act like they supported the ceasefire, but I want you all to see what they did. Keep playing. Play that for me.
What was the president's reaction to the decision by Netanyahu not to send an Israeli delegation this week?
I got to tell you, Steve, we're kind of perplexed by this.
Yeah, right. You know why? You can tell when they lied, son. Yo, yours a bunch of damn lies. You can see it in his face, man. This dude, you know, Steve. Yo, these people is demons, yo. Y'all think we don't see y'all lying? You think we don't see behind the lies and so forth? Yo, play that again, man. Play that again. And let's say, yo.
We're terribly troubled by this.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's politics, man.
It's devastating.
The American government, they support what Netanyahu is doing. Okay? Because of the outcries that you see taking place by the youths here in America, Joe Biden don't want to lose the election. You understand? So he's saying things behind closed doors to Netanyahu, like, yo, do what you got to do. Do it quick. You know, do what you got to do. And openly to the world, he's saying something else. But people isn't stupid. Okay, everybody's seeing it, man. Okay, everybody's seeing it. Keep playing.
That's right. Not to send an Israeli delegation this week.
I got to tell you, Steve, we're kind of perplexed by this. A couple of points that need to be stated and, in fact, restated. Number one, it's a non-binding resolution, so there's no impact at all.
You hear what he said? It's a non-binding resolution. What does that mean? It means he telling the Israelis, he said, okay, there should be a ceasefire. You all stop fighting in Gaza. They all came to that arrangement in the resolution, but non-binding meaning you all ain't gotta listen to me. That's America saying, yo, it's non-binding, meaning Israel don't gotta really listen. So Netanyahu could keep bombing the Palestinians. You all see the two-tongue. Okay, so the resolution is that the Israeli government should stop bombing the Palestinians. Stop the war. The United Nations, all the nations come together and they said the Israeli government should stop the war. Okay, and even America vote. They put their hand up and vote too. But it was all a show for the world public. It was all a show for voters to think Biden want to stop the war. You understand? Because the people in America is rising up and saying that the American government is wrong for supporting the genocide. So now, instead of saying, listen, that law, what we said to the Israelis is binding. They have to stop the fighting, otherwise we're going to put sanction on them. They say, well, it's non-binding, you know. They ain't got to listen to us. That's what non-binding means. Okay, meaning they could do what they want. If they still want to bomb the Palestinians, they could still do it. It's non-binding, but keep playing.
Israel and Israel's ability to continue to go after Hamas. Number two, as I said in my opening statement, it does not represent a change at all in our policy. It's very
y'all see that? It don't represent no change in their policies. Oh, man, keep playing.
Consistent with everything that we've been saying we want to get done here. And we get to decide what our policy is. The Prime Minister's office seems to be indicating through public statements that we somehow changed here. We haven't. And we get to decide what our policy is. It seems like the Prime Minister's office is choosing to create a perception of daylight here when they don't need to do that. So again, no change in our policy.
What does this do to the relationship between the President and Prime Minister Netanyahu?
I have no doubt that the two leaders will have follow-on discussions as they have, as appropriate throughout this conflict.
Thank you. You say it's not a shift in policy by voting for this today. Get specific with us as to why again, and to the charge that by even abstaining, because normally there may be some attempt at the Security Council or the UN overall to condemn Israel every so often for whatever reason, and the US usually stands up and vetoes those resolutions. Here now, for the first time in a while, the United States is at least abstaining and allowing it to go through. So the perception broadly is that the US has no longer got Israel's back when it comes to conversations like this at the UN.
Yeah, that's just not true, Ed. Nothing could be further from the truth.
Yo, these people is some demons. Yo, hey, take that dog, yo. Take that dog. So, yo, so this time they abstained, meaning they didn't vote. Right. You understand? And they allowed the resolution to go through. But then they turn around and say, yo, the resolution is non-binding. Meaning the Israeli government don't have to listen. Okay, play 20 for me, man. I want you all to listen what the UN said concerning what they said. Huh?
Yes, the Secretary General said on the X that this resolution that just adopted in the Security Council must be implemented, or otherwise it will be unforgivable.
So they said that it should be implemented, otherwise it's gonna be unforgivable. Okay, this is what the UN saying. Okay, but the America and Israel say we ain't listening to you. Keep playing.
Secretary General think this resolution is law binding? Because we heard some discussions today.
You would need to talk to international lawyers, but as I've always been told, all the resolutions of the Security Council are international law.
Y'all hear that? International law told Israel there must be a ceasefire. Right. America said it's not binding. There don't have to be no ceasefire. Israel can keep doing what they're doing. Y'all see the bull crap? Damn. Keep playing.
So, so to that extent, they are as binding as international law is.
Do you worry that this draft, this resolution, as the resolution 2712, 2720, cannot be fully implemented?
Ultimately, implementation is a question of international will.
The international will is way over
it's
there,
up
right?
to the will of the countries who are the parties who are being called upon to act, but it's also contingent upon the will of the members of the Security Council to ensure that the things that they call for are followed up on.
Okay, so that's why the International Criminal Court they want to issue a warrant for Netanyahu because the ceasefire. Okay, the resolution said that there should be a ceasefire. Okay, the UN said there should be a ceasefire, and Netanyahu said, "To hell with you all. I'm not listening to you all." So the international
ICC, yep.
ICC, International Criminal Court. So we gonna go after you, but we gonna put a warrant out for your arrest and bring you up on war charges. Right. Okay, so now America and the Senate, everybody going crazy. They better don't. They better don't. I'm like, yo. So anyway, Israel, y'all people, you all see the hypocrisy. I hope you all see the hypocrisy. Now, let me show you all something about what's going on. What's going on in America. Okay, I want to show you all the things that you see going on. Play 13 for me. The things that you see going on on the school campuses and so forth. Okay, I'm gonna show you all what's going on the school campus and so forth. I'll touch on that real quick, then I'm gonna jump on some scriptures. Okay, and show you all why there will never be a two-state resolution. Okay. I want you all to listen to what this dude's saying. There's another video that I was looking for, you know. Yeah, play that for me. Play that for me, and I'm about to send you all another video, right?
The little Gazas that have risen up on campuses across America, and
the little Gazas. Yo, so this is senators and stuff talking about what's going on. Tim Cotton stealing gold from Iraq. Okay, that's who? That's a senator. Okay, so let's see what he say.
Administrators and politicians who refuse to restore law and order and to protect other students. These little Gazas are disgusting cesspools of anti-Semitic hate, full of pro-Hamas sympathizers, fanatics, and freaks. The terrorist sympathizers in these little Gazas aren't peacefully protesting Israel's conduct of the war. They're violently and illegally demanding death for Israel, just like their ideological twins, the Ayatollahs in Iran.
All right. So he said the little, what he call them, what? The little what?
Little Gazas.
The little Gazans. No, I want you to play that again, what he's saying about the people that's protesting. And I'm going to show you all this other video. Play that again.
Gazas that have risen up on campuses across America, and the liberal college administrators and politicians who refuse to restore law and order and to protect other students. These little Gazas are disgusting cesspools of anti-Semitic hate, full of pro-Hamas sympathizers, fanatics, and freaks.
Cesspools of Hamas hate and so forth. Now, let me tell you all something. What they are protesting for, you know, these they want the war to stop. Okay, that's what they protesting on these campuses. A lot of these liberals and so forth, but they want the war to stop and the genocide to stop in Palestine. But how they spin it is how these people is spinning it is that they criminals,
right?
And they anti-Semitic and all type of crazy stuff. All the people is protesting, stop the genocide in Gaza. But the people that he talking about, I'm about to show them to you all. Let me show them to you all. You know, the filth, the little Gazans,
cesspool,
the cesspool of filth. Let me show you all it. Play that video for me, man. The vicious cesspool hate. You know, let me. You all got it? Okay. Yeah, man. These people. Let me show it to you all, man. This is who he's talking about. You know, that's on the campus. It's young little white kids. Young little Jimmy. You know, play that for me.
Look at this one right here. Look at her. Oh, look at her. Yeah. Yeah. These are too tight on me, officer. Where's my mummy? Mummy. 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 Mummy.
So you see who's taking place in the anti-Israel. You see who's taking place in the
look at the camera.
Watch her.
Oh,
you're on camera.
You're on camera, honey. Big smile. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Oh, look at me.
Oh, man.
I'm a hero. Walk of shame. Next.
Okay. Pause.
I don't know if that's a...
So you all see who that cesspool of filth and all of that, the little Gazanites. It's little white kids that's going to college that see what's going on in Palestine, and they think it's wrong and evil. Some of them is even Jewish. You understand? But the American public, they putting it out there like, oh, this is Gazans and, you know, and the da-da-da. Yo, listen, it's little white kids that's seeing what's going on, what the Israelis is doing, and they're saying it's wrong. Nobody want to sit down and see little kids and women get bombed and killed. And, you know, you got these little white kids rising up and they're like, yo, what our country is doing is wrong. You know, you all need to stop it. Okay, so that's who is protesting and so forth. Watch these, you know, that's who this senator is talking about, these little filthy Gazans. That's who he's talking about. Keep talking about his own kids. Okay? Man. Keep playing.
It's a guy or a girl. You can't fucking tell these days. Half of them got their cocks cut off. Half of them got their tips cut off. You can't tell. What is that? Get the fucking hat off, man.
That looked like a
Look
girl,
at this.
Man.
Are you happy now? Hey, anybody got any Fruit Loops? Back to mommy's basement as soon as I get out. Yep. Back to mommy's basement. Back to my Nintendo games. My PlayStation. You guys got PlayStation in prison? There you go. Here's a fucking raghead. Look at him. Look at her. Another hero.
Yo, that dude look like
King
Jang Yo.
Him, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, he look Chinese or something. Yo, I'm telling you all, man. But it's college kids and they rising up and they saying the war is wrong. What the genocide that's going on is wrong. You understand? And hey, the police comes in and the police, you know, hey, never make what I could tell you all is that one thing the government doesn't make go to waste is any kind of chaos.
Right.
Okay, because they try to use this to create laws against what they call anti-Semitism, okay? And it failed. It's like it's failing for now, okay? But eventually they will pass certain laws. Okay, so now let me hit some scriptures real quick. Okay? Let's hit some scriptures real quick. Now, this is why I said that there will not be a two-state solution. There will not be a two-state solution in the land of Israel. Okay, read that for me. What,
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
So this is the proverbs they picking up against the so-called white man. It says, woe is him that increaseth with that which is not him, which is not his. Okay, he's increasing with that which is not his. This is a Bible prophecy. What does not belong to him, the land of Israel?
Right.
He was put there in 1945. The Bible says, woe unto him that increaseth in that which is not his. Read on.
Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Read on.
How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Read on.
Shall they not rise up suddenly?
The day is the Arabs, terrorists that shall rise up suddenly. Read on.
That shall bite thee.
That shall bite them. That's terrorist activity. Read on.
And awake.
And awake. That's why it says awake, because these A lot of them is sleeper cells. Read on.
That shall vex thee.
That shall vex them. The awake there is going into the Arabs. You know, them remembering their true nature.
Right.
Okay, read on.
And thou shalt be for booties unto them.
And you shall be for booties. And why it says a rake too there also is because Saudi Arabia is asleep right now.
Right.
I saw Saudi Arabia this week sign some laws against speaking against the land of Israel or something like that. I'm like, damn. So the Saudi Arabia is asleep right now. Okay, the dragons of Arabia, the dragons is asleep.
Snoring.
You know, they're asleep, but the Bible said they're going to wake up eventually,
Right.
and they will fight against the Israelis for what they are doing over there in the Middle East, which is going to start the third woe. Okay? Keep on playing. Keep on reading.
Verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations.
Because they have spoiled many nations, meaning robbed many nations. This is what the white man done. And this is what the Israelis is doing over there in Palestine. Read on.
All the remnant of the people.
All the remnant of the people, read on.
Shall spoil thee.
Shall spoil thee. Go and spoil them. Read on.
Because of men's blood.
Because of men's blood. Because of the people that you are murdering and killing. Because of men's blood. This is Bible prophecy. Read on.
And for the violence of the land.
And because of the violence of what?
Of the land.
The violence of what?
The land.
The what?
The land.
The what?
The land.
The land. The violence of the land. The violence that's taking place in the land of Israel. Because of the violence of that land. You understand? All nations go and spoil you. Okay, that's why there will always be violence in that land.
Right.
Okay, they're going to be peace for a little time, and then violence going to erupt. Okay, because of the violence that America and Europe and is doing to the Palestinians, and the Israelis is doing to the Palestinians, because of that violence, all nations going to spoil them. You understand? Nations going to gather together, and it's going to issue in World War III. Okay, that's what's going to happen. Because of the violence of the land. You know what that also shows? It shows that there will be no peaceful two-state solutions. Right. Okay, there will be, the Palestinians will always have that yoke on them. Okay? The Palestinians will always be governed by the Israeli government. And it's going to be under the guise that we need to protect ourselves. And we don't want no terrorists rising up against us. What you all see taking place right now is the Gaza government is being toppled. You understand? Now let me show you all something real quick. Play this video. 15 for me real quick. I almost forget this one. I want you all to see this. How did Hamas came into power? Okay, I'm going to show you all some. Play 15 for me.
So are you saying Benjamin Netanyahu deliberately boosted Hamas to try to prevent a Palestinian state?
Yeah, sure. He deliberately and systematically even told on record, whoever wants to avoid the threat of a two-state solution has to support my policy of paying protection money to the Hamas.
So, yo, that's some crazy stuff right there. So Netanyahu, in order to prevent the two-state solution, he created Hamas. He created that terrorist group. You understand? Because guess what? If there was no terrorist group there, he could not go to war and take the land and do what he's doing right now. So he created Hamas. He gave Hamas billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. Okay? That's where they got the weapons from and all of that. Hamas was prepped up and put there by Netanyahu because Netanyahu and the Israeli government, they don't want the two-state solution. So guess what? They got to paint the Palestinians as dogs and evil and uncivilized and a terrorist group. So Netanyahu put a terrorist group there in power to run Gaza. Because he know in the next couple of years, by him keep oppressing the Palestinians, the Hamas is gonna rise up, and then he will have all authority to destroy them. And that's what you see taking place right now, brothers and sisters. Hey, keep playing. Okay, go back from the beginning and play that thing again from the beginning, man.
The threat of a two-state.
So are you saying Benjamin Netanyahu deliberately boosted Hamas to try to prevent a Palestinian state?
Yeah, sure. He deliberately and systematically even told on record, whoever wants to avoid the threat of a two-state solution has to support my policy of paying protection money to the Hamas.
So what we did, with the permission of our Prime Minister, is to let Qatar to transfer a huge amount of money in cash, probably more than $1.4 billion. By doing it, we increased the power of Hamas. We did everything in order to make sure that Hamas will go on controlling Gaza, and Palestinian Authority will control the West Bank, so they will fight each other.
Netanyahu maintains the Qatar money was to avoid a humanitarian catastrophe. Having helped to build up Hamas, Netanyahu has now vowed to destroy it.
He fed the beast, and it exploded in our face. If you base your national security strategy solely on force, then you need to win 24/7 forever.
Oh, that's some crazy stuff right there,
Yep.
man. Okay, so that's why October 7th, the border was open.
Right.
Okay, because right now, Netanyahu is on his last leg. They all want him out of the government. Right now, the people in Israel is protesting against him. You know, he got criminal charges against him, all type of crazy stuff, man. Okay, but check this. I want you from there, I want you to go to read that scripture again in Habakkuk. Then from there, I want you to go to Obadiah. Huh? Yeah.
Verse 6. So back in chapter 2, verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
Woe in him that increaseth that which is not his. Okay, the land of Israel does not belong to the Israelis, to the Caucasians that call themselves Jews. Okay, from there, go to Obadiah 1 and 5.
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Would they have not stolen until they have enough? When you read this verse, it's talking about the Edomites. Okay, the Edomites that went into the land of Israel, they didn't steal until they have enough. Okay, they went over there and they stole lands from the Palestinians, right? But they don't just want the land that they stole. They want the whole land for themselves. Okay, read on.
Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out?
Read on.
How are his hidden things sought up?
And that's what we're doing today. We're showing you all the evil that they are doing. They went over there and they stole the land. They didn't just stole the land from us. The land was divided in Joel 3.
Right.
Okay, the land was divided by the UN. The land was divided between the Palestinians and the Caucasians that call themselves Jews. But what the Caucasians did, the Caucasians said, no, we want more of the land. Okay, we don't just want the land that you give us, we want more. So they went to war in 1967. They went to war 1948, and the Nakba, and they took 78% of the land. Okay, and what you see going on right now is they're about to bring Gaza into subjection. There will be no two-state solution, as I said, because the Israeli government, they does not want that. The last president of Israel, his name was Yabin, that tried that two-state solution. The people over there, they killed him. You know what I mean? The Israelis and them killed him because they don't want that. They want the whole land for themselves. They want from the river to the sea. Now, let me get that in Daniel 11 and 14. Let me show you all some. Read that for me.
Daniel chapter 11 and verse 14. And in those times there shall many stand up against the king of the south.
Read on.
Also the robbers of thy people.
Remember we read if robbers come by night, wouldn't they steal until they have enough? Okay, the robbers of thy people is talking about the Edomites, Edom, Esau, the so-called white man that call himself Jew and he's not. Okay? That the robbers of thy people, read on.
Shall exalt themselves.
They're going to exalt themselves as the people of God, as the Jews, read on.
To establish the vision.
And the vision is that they are the people of God and the land of Israel belongs to them. Okay, from the river to the sea. Okay, they don't just want that little part they got. They want they want Syria, they want Lebanon. Okay, they want from the river to the sea. So that's the vision that the Israelis is trying to establish with the help of America.
Right.
Okay, read on.
But they shall fall.
So God says they're going to fall. That's what God says. They shall fall. Now let's go into them falling a little. Go to Isaiah 14. Now this is why I said there will be no two-state solution in the land of Israel. Or I'm going over Bible prophecy, showing you all what the God says concerning that. There will be no two-state solution. Let me get that in Isaiah 14 and read that for me.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 25.
It's 24 I want, start at 24.
Yes, sir. The Lord of hosts had sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. As I have purposed, so shall it stand.
So what God purpose, his purpose, it's going to stand. What I'm reading, what I'm saying is not my own opinion. It's what thus says the Lord says. It's the opinion of God. Okay, it's what God says. Read on.
That I will break the Assyrian in my land.
The Assyrian is the Israelis because they are the strangers, the Gentiles that's in that land today. So God said he's going to break them. Read on.
And upon my mountains shred him underfoot.
And God going to tread them underfoot. Read on.
Then shall his yoke.
Then shall what?
Then shall his yoke.
Then shall his yoke. Read on.
Depart from off them.
Depart from off them. What is this talking about? His yoke shall depart from on them. Who does the Israelis have a yoke on today? They have a yoke on the Palestinians, and that yoke is about to tighten. Okay, that yoke is about to tighten even more and more and more. That's what you see taking place. Okay, read on.
Then shall his yoke depart from off them.
Read on.
And his burden depart from off their shoulders.
And his burden going to depart off of their shoulders. Keep on reading. They're going to tell you who is the deer. Keep on reading.
This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations.
So this is the purpose. And this is why God have this set up on all nations. Read on.
For the Lord of hosts had purposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back?
And the Lord's hand is stretched out. Who going to turn back the Lord's hands? Read on.
In the year that King Ahaz died was this burden.
Jump down. This is when he saw this. Read on. Jump to the verse below.
Yes, sir. Verse 29. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina.
So it says, rejoice not thou, whole Palestina. Why he's saying that? Because when it says the yoke of him is broken, in the verses above, it's talking about the Palestinians. Right. You understand? When God break the Assyrians in the land, it says, then the yoke of the Palestinians going to be broken. The yoke that the Israelis got on the Palestinians going to be broken. Okay, what is this showing? What does this mean? This means that there will be no two-state solution. Palestine will not be recognized as their own country and so forth. They will be occupied by the Israelis. There will be an open air prison until the Lord return, until World War III pop off.
Yep.
You understand? Because when the Assyrians in the land, which is the Gentile, which is those people that's living there today, calling themselves Israelis,
right?
When they are broken in the land, that's when the Palestinians gonna have freedom for a short time. Right. Why I say that? Keep reading. Read it again.
Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina.
So God telling the Palestinians, don't rejoice. Don't rejoice. Read on.
Because the rod of him that smote thee is broken.
Because the Israelis and them is destroyed. Why are they destroyed? because the dragons of Arabia, the Arabs came together, and according to the prophecy, they're going to take that land. You know what? Get that in Zechariah 12 of Zechariah 14 and 1. Read that real quick and then jump back here.
Yes, sir.
Read that for me real quick.
Zechariah chapter 14, verse 1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee.
The spoil that is divided in the midst of us is the land was divided by the Palestinians and the Israelis. Read on.
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem.
And God is going to gather all nations against Jerusalem. Why is all what Netanyahu is doing right now is getting the nations angry?
Right.
There will be no two-state solution. The Palestinians will always be oppressed. And in Netanyahu and the Israeli government doing that, all nations going to be gathered against Jerusalem. You all understand? All nations going to be gathered against Jerusalem for what they are doing and the evil that they are going to be doing over there in the Middle East, to the Lebanese, to all Arabs over there.
Right.
Okay, read on.
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle.
To battle, for war, for World War III. Read on.
And the city shall be taken.
The Bible says the city gonna be taken. Tel Aviv gonna be taken. Ekron gonna be taken.
Right.
You understand? Taken by who? Taken by the so-called Arabs.
Right.
When you read 2 Ezra 15.
Right.
Okay, read on.
And the house is rifled.
And the house is rifled. This is the beginning of World War III.
That's right.
Their house is going to be rifled. Read on.
And the women ravished.
And the woman going to be raped by the Arabs. This is what's going to happen. This is what? The beginning of World War III.
Right.
Read on.
And half the city shall go forth into captivity.
And half of them over there, hundreds of thousands of them, going to be prisoners of war. Read on.
And the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Read on.
Then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations.
That's when Christ's going to come return and
Right.
fight against those same armies down there in the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
Okay? Now jump back to Isaiah 14.
Isaiah.
I'm telling you all, there will be no two-state solution. Why? Because in order for war to pop off, the Lord want to gather all nations down there in the valley of Jehoshaphat. And in order for him to do that, he says, I'm going to create conflict between Israel and all the nations that surround her. You understand? I'm going to allow the Israelis to afflict the Palestinians. And that affliction they afflict in the Palestinians, all Arabs going to come together to fight against the Israeli. That's what's going to happen in the future. Okay, read on.
Isaiah 14 verse 29. Rejoice not thou, whole Palestina.
Don't rejoice, you Palestinians. Read on.
Because the rod of him that smote thee is broken.
Because the Israelis is broken. What do you mean by they broken? I just read it. The Arabs going to come together and they will take the city.
Right.
You understand? They will take the city and half of the city going to become prisoners of war. Okay? That's what it means by the rod of her that smote thee is broken. Read on.
For out of the serpent's root.
For out of the serpent roots, read on.
Shall come forth a cockatrice.
Shall come forth a cockatrice, read on.
And his fruit shall be a fiery flying serpent.
That's missiles. Okay? The serpent root. The serpent is going into what? It's going into America. You understand? America is that red dragon, that serpent. America, so from America gonna come what? Missiles.
Right.
Okay? And they gonna do what? Read on.
And the firstborn of the poor shall feed, and the needy shall lie down in safety. And I will kill thy root with famine.
So the root that gonna be killed is America. America is the root. Okay? The root, the Lord said, I will kill her with famine. Read on.
And he shall slay thy remnant.
And the remnant gonna be slain. Read on.
Howl, O gate. Cry, O city. Thou whole Palestina.
Thou whole Palestina, read on.
Art dissolved.
All Palestine gonna be dissolved. When this gonna happen? In World War III. In World War III. Okay, all Palestinians gonna be dissolved. America and the Israeli government, they're gonna drop a bomb and hey, once the Arabs took the land, the Israelis gonna say to hell with that. If we can't get it, nobody else can get it. And they gonna bomb. They're gonna drop a nuclear bomb and kill everybody. Everybody in Palestine. I'm telling you, it's about to get real on this earth. Okay, so there will be no two-state solutions, man, according to prophecies. Go to Joel 3 and read that for me. Sorry. Joel 3 and start at verse 1. I think what time? Oh, smack. Okay, just read that scripture for me real quick.
Joel chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
So when God bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Okay, this is talking about deliverance. When Christ come and deliver the 12 tribes of Israel that have been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, read on.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
So the prophecy is that the Lord will gather all nations and bring them down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Jehoshaphat is down there in the land of Israel, in the land of Israel. So the plan is to gather all nations down there. Okay, why is all nations going to be gathered down there? Because of what the Israelis is doing over there. That's where World War III is going to begin. The Arabs going to come together to fight the Israelis. America going to get involved. China going to get involved. Okay, Europe going to get involved. Japan going to get involved. Everybody going to get involved. And that's what's going to happen. Read on.
And will plead with them there for my people.
So Christ says he will plead with them for his people. Read on.
And for my heritage, Israel.
Read on.
Whom they have scattered among the nations.
Because what they did, they scattered us amongst the nations as slaves. Read on.
And parted my land.
And they parted the land. The land was parted between the Palestinians and the Caucasians that call themselves Jews. But the Jewish people, they don't want to share the land over there, even though it was parted in 1945. They don't want to share the land. They stole more of the land, and they have subjugated the Palestinian people in the land over there. Okay, read on. And they put a yoke on them. Read on.
And they have cast lots for my people.
This is what they did. They bid for God's people. Read on.
And have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon?
Tyre and Zidon is African nations. Read on.
And all the coast of Palestine.
And all the coast of Palestine is going into the Arabs. Because the Africans and the Arabs is the ones that took part in the transatlantic slave trade and the Sahara slave trade. Read on.
Will ye render me a recompense? If ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Read on.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
The Grecians is who? The Grecians is the so-called white men. Okay, so this is telling you what happened. This is the transatlantic slave trade. Okay? Tyre and Zidon, Arabs and Africans sold us to the white men. That's what happened. Read on.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
That's why we are not in the land of Israel today. Okay? From there, jump to verse 9.
Verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Remember, we read Luke 21 and 24. It says, Jerusalem going to be occupied by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So what we're reading about here, the time of the Gentiles is about to be fulfilled. The King of Kings is about to return. Read on.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
Prepare what?
War.
Prepare war in the land of Israel. War in the Middle East. Read on.
Wake up the mighty men.
Wake up all the mighty men. Read on.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Let everybody of war draw near. Draw near where? In the valley of Jehoshaphat. In the Middle East. Down there in the land of Israel. Why? Because the Arabs have awoken.
Right.
And they are warring with the Israelis. Read on.
Let them come up.
Let them come up. Read on.
Beat your plowshares into swords.
Read on.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
Read on.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Those of y'all that's weak say, I'm strong. I could do it. Yes, I can. Yes, we can. Read on.
Assemble yourselves.
Read on.
And come, all ye heathen.
All ye heathens. Read on.
And gather yourselves together
Read on.
round about.
Read on.
Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
What? Let the heathens be wakened and come down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's there in the land of Israel. Why? Read on.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
So that's what's going to happen. The Lord is going to judge the nations round about. Read verse 14.
Verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision.
That's the valley of decision. When the Lord make that decision, who that land belong to. Read on.
For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
Read on.
The sun and the moon shall be darkened.
Yeah, that's from them wars and bombs going off. You understand? The sun and the moon going to be darkened. There's going to be a thick cloud in the sky. You all understand?
That's right.
Well, anyways, let me shut it down there, man. Anyway, Israel, you all done know. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless. Okay, I'm going to shut it down. I went 7 minutes over time. Yeah. So listen, there will be no two-state solution. Okay? What you all see taking place in the land of Israel, it's ordained by God. God saw it happening. Okay? What you see taking place, the Israeli government, they are putting a stronger yoke on the Palestinians. There will be no two-state solution. You all saw what happened. Okay, he had this one Israeli prime minister, Yavin. He tried to create a two-state solution and the Israeli people killed him. Mossad killed him. You understand? They assassinated him. They killed him. Okay? So there will be no two-state solution, and the reason why, because God want to gather all nations down there in the valley of Jehoshaphat. The Israelis is going to be used to issue in World War III. You understand? To start World War III. Why would they be used? Because they're going to be doing a bunch of evil stuff in the East, in the Middle East, to the Arabs that are going to cause all Arabs to come together. Okay, so brothers and sisters, you all pay attention to what's going on and you all stay strong, man. You don't know. Most High in Christ bless you. You all stay strong. Easy yourself. Yeah, man.